fact that we're in very similar style shirts.
That's coming.
Oh, is it? Actually, you practiced your line, have you, for later? Right, Chelsea, Everton still to come after February's goal of the month. You have 7 to choose from.
Tough opponent, injuries in our team which give opportunities. So we don't want to moan, we want to actually make the best of it. And when people like Billy played how he played, and Ross and Mason, who was an offensive looking midfield, but the work rate they put in the game, and the collective of the team, everything off the ball and on the ball. It reminded me of some performances this year that we've lost at home in the first half. Lots of good play, chances, and we haven't taken them. But we can reflect on this one and say we did, and it was really comfortable.
Very disappointed. Honestly, it's the first time that I was so sad for the performance of the team. Usually, we are used to play different. I think we have to analyze the game and see what was wrong. I think everything was wrong. We are not good enough defensively. We lost a lot of duels. We were not compact, and with the ball, we did a lot of mistakes. So, from this, we have to learn from this and try to work hard and to prepare well the next game.
Billy, congratulations. What a super week for you. Just give us an idea, if you can, how big a step up is it, the difference between playing FA Cup against Liverpool, Premier League against Everton, from what you've been playing in the past? Because it doesn't look like one. I'm not trying to flatter you, but you look like you're just taken to it.
No, you need to trust in yourself and your own ability on the ball. That's first, and then you have to start thinking about the game. So when you're going into the game feeling confident and exciting, you just need to keep it moving, keep it simple, and then when you start to settle into the game, and then you can start hitting the longer passes or try to play more forward passes or shooting. But no, it's been really good, so it has, and I've enjoyed this week.
I always had the feeling that the minute you put him in, he's just going to get better very quickly because of his quality, because of game intelligence, because of his work ethic, because he'll put his foot in. And today was another example of that after Liverpool. So 2 really good games. Of course there'll be challenges along the way, but I'm very, very happy with him. You know, I trust him as a young boy. 18 means nothing to me. The age is nothing when you play with the personality that he plays.
And he's going to be part of what you're looking at, because it was the midfield 3 and how they dovetailed together that impressed you.
Well, they absolutely bossed it. That young Chelsea midfield, so impressive today, you know, throughout the whole game. You've highlighted Gilmour, Mount and Barkley here. The triangle they created throughout the whole game. They're looking for this particular space in behind the Everton midfield, and it was on more often than not. And Gilmour, always the player with the space. Mason Mount, clever, realises that he's in space, takes his time, and this is a finish. He's just so natural to him. He takes it on his back foot, swivels and absolutely smashes it into that bottom corner. There's the triangle again. Gilmour with all the time in the world. There's that space in behind. Lovely little ball. It was really easy for them at times, don't get me wrong, because I thought Everton, you know, were quite pathetic at times in terms of their application, but you still got to get it done. When Billy Gilmour here, he could go back, but he doesn't like taking easy option at times. He wants to play forward. He wants to have an impact on the game. He does that, and then when you've got players around Giroud, that's when Giroud becomes effective. Finds Ross Barkley and has that for an assist. The runner from Pedro from deep, and it was a very good ball from Ross Barkley. But it was just the speed of thought. They were right on it today, and you could see it from the early stage. Look, it's one-touch play. They're toying with Everton at times. Lovely little turn from Mason Mount. And again, once they're in behind that midfield, it became a bit of a free-for-all. Players going by players with ease, creating chances. Could have been 5 or 6 even at times, the way that they were playing. And just a little special mention actually at the end for Ross Barkley's performance. A player that's been under a lot of scrutiny, especially in recent weeks. Stepped up against Liverpool, stepped up in today's game. You know, especially for his manager who stuck by him and put him back out there. He was getting booed a lot today. He was the experienced player in the team. I want to say booed by obviously his old team's fans, but he's the experienced man in that midfield today, and he played exactly like that. He was brilliant. It
must give Gilmour himself confidence when he hears his manager talk like that, and also the squad confidence when they know if they do have injuries that they will get an opportunity and their manager will back them. That's what he said there. We're not going to moan, we're going to give opportunities to people. That's the beauty of having Frank as your manager, and Jody Morris in particular, who's had obviously a huge impact on the whole Chelsea youth system over a good portion of years, winning FA Youth Cups and so on. So they would have known what was coming. Billy Gilmour is obviously a huge product of that, and that's why the belief is there in these young players, and they are delivering, and which is the main thing. I think when you look at what they've got missing,
it's pretty crazy. Kante and so on.
Do you think when Frank's saying we're not going to moan about the injuries with a little bit of dig at one or two other managers?
He has
got a point with the players that are out injured. I mean, you look at Pulisic and Abraham, Loftus-Cheek,
hudson-odoi.
I mean, there's so many players out injured. Yes, and that's the good thing, is that he's not scared to put them in, and so they shouldn't be when they're given performances like that. Mason Mount was fantastic today.
But as with pundits, for all the youngsters you have, you still need gnarled veterans leading the line, don't you?
And he led the line superbly well. Giroud, he bullied the two centre-halves in Holgate and in Keane. They never got near him at all, and it helps when they stand 4 or 5 yards off you, which was a constant all afternoon. But his link-up play, he gave his team fantastic options, bringing other players into the game when they were feeding that ball up to him. Good effort there from Mount. Long balls up as well. He was too strong for both centre halves. As I said, that's the link-up play there. Little give, go, standing off him, prepared to let him have that much space, flicking balls around the corner, then getting his effort away at goal. And this was all afternoon. It wasn't a problem for him. Stands off again. Now he gives it and he turns it around, and then he gets into the box. His determination, his arms up there. He wants the ball, and he's about an inch away from connecting with that. He gave the two defenders a torrid time. Look at it. How many times is it happening? Second half, it didn't change either. Didn't want to get tight. Simple layoff. Then he gets the goal his performance deserved. Ball into the box. It's Holgate trying to mark him again, but he can't. And look what happens after 84 minutes. Someone actually goes to try and tackle him. That's how long it took. Absolutely fantastic. He led the line with such aggression, and he was superb.
So it's a very un-Everton-like performance in recent weeks, that is it? I mean, Mason Holgate, for example, has been excellent.
They didn't turn up at all today. I was really surprised at their lack of effort, their lack of organisation. They got dominated in midfield. They went in with a 4-4-2, and they couldn't get near the three in the midfield. They were prepared to stand off Giroud, let him take the ball, let him turn, and that was for everyone, not just 2 or 3 in that Everton team. It was everyone. Should
Ancelotti have changed that midfield too? Now, I know he says he's disappointed with their performance, but tactically, should that have changed quickly?
Not really, no. I mean, I think it's about individuals and the way you apply yourself within the system. You know, centre forwards can drop off onto Billy Gilmour. They decided not to do that. Didn't function very well. Prepared to put it down to a bad day at the office, because it's the worst performance since Ancelotti's turned up, I would say.
OK, winner of February's Goal of the Month still to come, but that will be after yesterday's goals. Will start at Anfield.